This deal is strictly for those who understand property flipping. You buy old properties, remodel them, and sell after a period of 2 to 3 months, making at the least 20% on your investment. So welcome to this 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex sitting on 320 square meters we have in a very serene and secured estate in Abraham Adesanya. On this tour, I'll be taking you around every single part of this property you will be touching, and the estimated cost we got from an interior designer that it will cost you to put this project back into the market and make your money on it faster, easier. Only smart investors understand it. The first thing you will be touching will be the gatehouse. It's a self-serviced gatehouse with automated remote control. So that machine either needs to be serviced or changed in its entirety. The carport is still in very good shape with the mat well secured, but the steel has actually have a bit of rust because this place is close to the ocean. So you either repaint or you change to a modern standard. This actually drops the cost by ₦1,000,000 or ₦2,000,000 if you decide to change in its entirety. The compound space, so you either maintain the interlocks or you decide to turn into a stamped floor that gives you a lifted face and a more modern finishing. Each of the chambers outside, which is made to be surface chambers, would be floored to level with the compound space, so you can have enough space for cars to drive in here and open comfortably without you leaning to the wall. All of these, including the plumbing, is pushing the remodeling cost to about, at this point, ₦6,000,000. Now, when we come to the back, we have the tank. The BQ is standing. We have the tank and the water system here. So for this, because we do not have the reverse osmosis system, you need to push in another ₦3,000,000 here to get a reverse osmosis system in place, so you can have absolutely clean water beyond the central system provided by the estate that runs into your house. You either maintain the windows or you change to a modern windows. It comes with a brand new meter that the seller is willing to give out to whoever is interested in buying at no extra cost. But you might decide to want to put a touch on your DB box and make it newer. Of course, you will paint the external parts of the compound. We inspected the roof. Some parts are still very good, but you may want to be generous with your spending by pulling off all the roofs or keeping it and maintaining the leaking spaces. This door is going. The reason being that the door hits the floor and it doesn't open seamlessly. So in order to give your property a good value, you actually may want to change the door, especially because it has rusted. The kitchen, this is where you cough out another ₦3 to ₦5,000,000, depending on how luxurious you want it to be. One, the wall tiles will all be gone. You have to put in your cabinet, your marble tops, the microwave, the oven, the double door freezer, the washing machine, the smoke extractor, and any other luxurious items you want to put, like a spice rack, a dish rack, a pantry space, all of that in the kitchen. Another ₦2 to ₦3,000,000 figure is putting this living room via staircase into a modern unit. This staircase has to leave. It's too high, it's too strenuous, so you have to make it a bit more compacted. There has to be a free flow of movement from the dining space into the living room. That means this no load bearing wall is definitely going. Pulling down and making the living room more spacious. Every of the walls needs proper screeding, total overhauling, pulling down of these POP aesthetics. They are not more modern. When we come to the visitor's toilet, you also want to ensure that these tiles gives way for a more bright colored tiles. The entrance door, definitely another ₦250 to ₦300,000, depending on the quality of the doors you want to use. When you come outside also to the ante space here, you either want to maintain the rack, which is still really decent. I love the rustic feel of the external tiles. It's still really, really nice. You can maintain this. You can just spray the steel here and maintain that. Let's go upstairs and see every other option. But before then, there's a room on the ground floor, and there's also a space that, with our interior designer's option, we're looking at flooring this room here, because it's really dark at the moment, into this place to make it a bigger room, or we'll make it a dedicated store But this time around, we have to create a bit of a window to ensure that there is ventilation, so you don't have anything you have in that place filled with mold. This is the room on the ground floor. Certainly, POP has to be done, electricals has to be fixed, sanitary ware, tiles of the bathroom going, changing of the toilet seats, fixing more, modern baths in the space. It's a very lovely house. It just needs the Leonardo da Vinci touch of interior designing to bring the beauty in this house out of it. Walking up the stairs, you'll see why I have insisted that this staircase has to go. This is like running a marathon within your house, and it's not worth it. When you come to the family lounge upstairs, of course, beautiful, better than you could ever find in the market at the moment. This is the reason why it takes only someone with an insight of real estate to invest in this unit. Each ceiling of this house needs the hands of a POP designer. So cost of POP, another 2 to 3 million naira. Every external doors needs to be changed. So peg that as another 1 million naira. The first room you see on ascending the upstairs here is this very massive room. One of the reasons why this property will sell for 170 million naira without any argument is that all the rooms are spacious and fully detached duplexes in this community with very small rooms sells for way higher. You see why I said it's investors' mindset that needs this place. Every key space change, the bathroom, total overhauling. Pull down the tiles, change the sanitary wares, check if the water heaters are working, put in some railings, and see to it that the bathroom is a new space in its entirety. Now, enjoy the view of the second and the third room that makes it a fully 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex. Of course, like I had mentioned, POP, walls, rescreeded, changed into white, or maybe any other color that you might want. Change of the socket. Coming in here, for this room, I could see the sink is still in good shape. The toilet seat is still perfect. You could maintain the glass, but the bath, the shower has to go, and the water heater tested for functionality. Coming into the master's bedroom, another bit of remodeling because this space is rather small for a walk-in closet. You might want to do some shifting or create double walk-in closet for the room. And of course, the POP, extensions done here, going in, the ceiling changed, the doors are still in good shape, just serviced and maintained. Create like a dressing room in here, dressing corner for the woman, and then you could jump the price of this house even to up to 200 million naira. The bathroom, very beautiful, very spacious, but it needs a bathtub, a shower space, a sink, and of course some few cabinets and a more modern water closet. Maybe this time around, a wall-on closet. So looking at this and comparing with the price that we have in the market, you could tell without any iota of doubt, this house is worth more than it is currently selling for. And even at 170, you're still selling for a steal. I guarantee you, put in 130 million naira into here and let Iconic Realty help you make that 20% within 3 months. If we don't do that, take us to court, we'll be there.